Hey! Hey!
Oh, no. Whoa, whoa!
I feel like we're so close.
Pairs of lift the chat.
What I have here in this box can apparently give a normal everyday car the same full self-driving capability as a Tesla, yet it cost me less than £1,000. I need to see if this actually works, because if it does, it's an absolute game changer. It's called the Comma 4, and to test it I'm going to attempt to build my very own self-driving car, all for less than it costs to add the optional full self-driving feature to a new Tesla Model 3. And then I'm going to test both cars on real roads in real traffic. What could go wrong?
Whoa! Oh, there's a car coming. Oh, stop. Ah!
I'm Matt Watson, you're watching Carwow. Perhaps the most exciting thing about this bit of kit is that you don't have to buy a new car to fit it to. You can fit it to a used car, but there is a stipulation. That car needs to have adaptive cruise control fitted to it. So my challenge now is to find the cheapest used car in the UK with adaptive cruise control that this will work with. I'm here with Rory and Nick. Bit of a challenge, right? Full self-driving in a Tesla Model 3 is how much?
£6,800.
This device cost us £1,000. Yep. So let's see if we can get a car and this device to come in less than the full self-driving upgrade in a Tesla Model 3, which means we need a car that's going to be like under £5,800. Okay, so I've been on Carwow. Obviously you can buy used cars on Carwow, and I found this rather lovely BMW 3 Series Gran Turismo 330D Step Luxury Business Media.
30D?
Yeah, that's one option. It's at £5,900, but I reckon we'd be able to get, 150 quid off that.
Yeah.
And then my other option that I found on Carwow is...
Oh, yeah, now we're talking.
Yeah. Jaguar XF Saloon, nice. 30D V6 Auto Sport, Stop S Premium Luxury. It's got the kit we need on it as well. Yeah. And it's up for 5,990. Which one of those should we go for? I'm all about the Jag.
Yeah, there is a problem, isn't there?
Comma's an American company. It is not quite Jaguar compatible.
Okay,
just yet. And surprisingly, it's not BMW compatible yet either. I know. What it does do is work with loads of Volkswagens and Volkswagen Group cars.
Why didn't you tell me I've been... So, we spread the net even wider and looked at private sales on loads of different online marketplaces, and it turned out the only way to make sure our car definitely had the right kit was to go for a really high-spec model. And that was a problem.
And there's lots of GTEs and GTDs of Passats and Golfs.
Yeah.
And these are obviously quite high trims in their day. However, they are a bit over budget, so I'm going to have to go up there, see them, and then haggle like crazy to get it.
So what you got? What you got for us?
So I've got a Passat GTE Estate, and then I've got this GTD Golf.
Yeah, but they've got the right kit on them, yeah?
Yeah, well they say they do anyway. So
they're your two offers?
Yeah, they're my offers, yeah.
They're a grand over budget. What you got?
So I found a Skoda Superb 2-litre diesel.
Yep.
It's a VAG product, so it'll work like all the others. It's got all the kit because it's a Lauren and Klement edition.
Yeah.
It's within budget as well, just £5,850. It's in Cornwall.
Oh.
So maybe go to that one last. Okay then, Rory, I'll tell you what, why don't you head off and see those cars that you found, see if you can do some haggling, and then I suppose if those don't work out, you might be taking a trip to Cornwall.
Oh. Yeah, let's hope not.
Let's see if we can get a car and get and test this kit out. Will it be any good? Unfortunately, things didn't go exactly to plan. A few days later, I was waiting to meet Rory and find out what car he'd bought when I got a worrying phone call. Hi Rory, it's Matt. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I hear that you're not good.
It's been a very long day, yes, exactly. I was on my way to Birmingham to see a Passat, and I was on the train, and then the guy thought it'd be good to tell me then that he'd actually already sold it. Then I thought, well, I'll go and see this GTD because that's in Birmingham as well. Turns out the guy, when he looked again, it didn't have the right kit on it. So came back down, went to see an Audi A3, but then the guy screwed me on the price because he wanted £2,000 more than he'd said when he realised what it was worth. So then I jumped on the Northern Line, went the entire length of the Northern Line in London, all the way down to Wimbledon to see a Golf. And that was being missold as well, saying that it had the kit it needed, and it didn't. So what a day. Looks like I might have to go for that Skoda. Well, good luck. Hopefully when you get there, it's not been sold. Thankfully, this time nobody let us down. And later that week, he showed up with this. A top-spec Skoda Superb 2-litre diesel from 2016 for just £5,850. And I think we got a bit of a bargain because it originally cost over £30,000.
However, it has done over 165,000 miles, which is a little bit concerning, so I wanted to get it checked over by a professional, but things didn't get off to a good start. This is Ray from Auto Talk. So Ray, you're going to assess this car, make sure that it's safe and working properly so that when we fit our autonomous kit to it...
Car just died.
The car just died.
Auto starter?
Autos, yeah. Having said that though, it seems quite, listen, it's quite rattly.
It is, engine's quite rattly, yeah.
They're not normally this rattly, these 2 litre diesels.
I don't think so. Could be low on oil.
Well, we've got a warning light.
Yeah, we do have a warning light, which we'll plug in and see.
Oh dear.
Let's go for a road test and then we see suspension and see how it goes, really.
Right.
It seems alright.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Warning light's gone.
Yeah, warning light's gone. No warning lights on dash.
What's the tracking light? Is it like going...
I was just going to say, it feels like it's driving straight, it's not pulling. There's no noises when you go around the roundabouts, or wheel bearing noises. No knocking or suspension, because you know sometimes drop links or corroded springs, maybe snap springs, but it seems fine.
How about the brakes?
Yeah, brakes feel alright, no noises.
However, we later discovered the brakes were far from all right. Oh! But at this point, I was more worried about something else. Let me have a little drive and I'll see if I can get this cruise control working. Because that is key. If it's not working, we've kind of scuppered and I bought the wrong car. Right, let's see if we can engage this. So.
You now see its speed's going up. And if you say set now, is it set?
Yeah, it's set. So that's working. What's not working though?
Lane assist.
Lane assist. Steering. This was a disaster. If this car didn't have the right lane keeping assist, or if it wasn't working, then I'd have wasted almost £6,000 on a completely useless Skoda. Where is that button? Normally there's like an extra button that you press to get that steering shenanigans up. Oh, I think I've spotted it. Lane assist.
There we go.
We are on. Auto brakes working as well. So all the sensors and all that stuff required for this box to work are operational. Good. But even though the car drove fine and all the systems appeared to be working, we had to get it up on a lift to give it a proper inspection. And that's when Ray discovered something that completely shocked me.
Disc and brakes on the front look alright. Quite a lot of pads still left on the front. There's a slight lip on the front discs, but nothing too bad. If we have a look at the rear, pads have left the chat. Look there, there's nothing.
Oh. Do we need to get them done?
Yeah, those will need doing ASAP, yeah.
That's dangerous. What's this
Even this disc, you can see that on the disc.
Yeah.
I think that's almost to metal, really.
There's one thing we definitely need to check, and that's the oil. Let's have a look.
There is none.
There's a little bit. That's a look. Yeah. It's very dark.
There's a little bit. Just to keep it alive.
I bet they've got an oil filter at GSF. I'll get one of them. Let's head to GSF, get this car sorted, and then we should be totally good to go. So while I headed off to get the parts, Ray did a diagnostic check to make sure the car didn't have any additional faults. And luckily, the scan came back clear, but things took a turn for the worst when he removed the rear wheels to assess the brakes. Yeah, Ray, I've got the parts, and I've also got an oil filter and an air filter just in case. Good.
Yes, but I think we've got bigger problems.
What?
I think these calipers are seized, both sides. They don't want to wind back in. So we've used the launch, wound them back in to obviously get the caliper off, but now, because the pads have gone so low, it's pushed the piston all the way out, and it's really rusty and they don't want to go back in.
Even if we push them really hard?
Yeah, on both sides, we've done that. I think we need 2 new rear calipers as well.
No! God, please, no!
Thankfully, the universe decided I needed some good news because we could get them delivered straight to Auto Talk later that day. So while we waited, Ray's team started the oil change, but even that wasn't simple. You're trying to get the filter off?
Seriously tight, yeah.
Oh, they've over-tightened it, have they?
Yeah, really tight.
Yes.
There we go. There we are. Doesn't look too bad. There's no
real shiny, is there?
in there. No, we're pretty good.
It's just dark.
Yeah, just diesel for you.
Do you think this is going to stop the knocking, the rattly sound?
It'll be quieter.
You think so?
Much quieter, yeah.
Unfortunately, we couldn't start the engine to find out, because like other modern cars, this Skoda won't start unless you press the brake pedal, and our rear brakes were completely disconnected. So to avoid spilling brake fluid all over the floor, we needed to fit the new calipers, which had just arrived from GSF. And that was when I realised how dangerous this car's old brakes truly were.
Yeah, these pads are utterly buggered, look at that.
Yeah, 2 new washers.
We weren't quite down to the metal.
That side was.
Oh, was it? Yeah, gone. That's terrible.
These new brakes would obviously be a huge improvement, but would the oil change also fix the nasty engine rattle we heard on our test drive?
Right, Max, start it up. Come on, be less rattly. It is.
It is.
Yeah, go on.
Give it a slide, Red. It's definitely quieter than it was.
Car's fixed. We're good to go. We're good to do our experiment. See if we can turn it into an autonomous vehicle.
And on paper, this should be pretty simple. You don't need to be a qualified engineer or a computer hacker to install the comma system. It contains a camera, which looks like a big dash cam, and a wiring harness that plugs into your car's existing loom. Basically, the comma scans the road ahead and sends messages to the ECU that override the car's existing adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist. It's a bit like using an Amazon Fire Stick to control your telly instead of the standard remote. Well, that's the theory anyway.
I'm here with Nick. So the way this is going to work is, we're on the website. We've got a step-by-step guide. I'm going to read out the instructions. Nick's going to do the work. That's all right, Nick. So first things first, it's not started off well. I've put in the car that we've got.
Yep.
There are no specific setup notes for our car, so we've just got to go for this general guide. So the first thing to do is remove the rear view mirror cover trim.
Okay, that sounds easy.
Yeah, let's do that. Go on
Let's
then.
do it. Oh, hang on, I think...
Okay, so we've removed it.
I think it's okay. I think it's supposed to.
No, I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So we've removed maybe a bit too much, but what's the next step?
Okay, so next thing is connect the car harness into the camera. That doesn't look like it's going to fit.
These are all massive, Matt. How is this going to fit up here?
Right, so there's something when this is not quite right, is it?
Let's have a look. I think we can take this off. Come on. There we go.
Right.
There's the camera. All right.
What's this bad boy here? Do we want this guy out?
None of those are right. They're all wrong.
We think we're going to plug this in somewhere else.
It's got to be somewhere else.
Okay, so this is just not helpful. You have a little go at this.
Let's have a look. So I've asked Gemini. Unfortunately, it's slightly more involved than the standard plug-in behind the mirror install because it uses a Volkswagen J533 harness.
Things were about to get complicated. Instead of plugging our comma directly into the car's original camera, we had to find a specific part of the wiring loom. It's called the gateway module, and it's where all the signal wires for all the sensors come together. But before we could look for it, I had to reconstruct all the trim pieces Nick had delicately ripped off.
So we just need to hold it here forever.
How is Matt Armstrong's videos not just full of him going
Eventually, we managed to get everything back together, but we still had no idea where this mysterious gateway module should be on our Skoda Superb. But after scouring a few online forums, Nick had found a clue.
Okay, so I found it for a 2019 Octavia.
Yeah.
It looks like that, and it lives there above the steering column, which is right under here. So here we've got the box, here we've got the plug, and that's got to come off. Oh, come on. Hey!
You got the plug out.
Got it!
Okay, good.
Right, here we go.
Okay.
It's a boy.
Good news is, check this out. Nick, look. I'm going to create a holy union.
Oh, I bet that felt good.
It did. So do you know what? I'm just going to join up things that look like they fit together.
Sounds like a plan.
So this fits here like that. That's going to go somewhere. This bad boy is going to go somewhere.
It looks complicated, but in truth, it's pretty simple. The main wire acts like a bridge between the car's existing sensors and its gateway module, and it includes an extra connector that allows the comma to send new driving commands directly to the car. And finally, there's a power wire that connects to the car's OBD port. All that was left to do was refit the gateway module, route all the wires, and stick the comma 4 camera directly onto the windscreen. And I needed a bit of help for that last bit because it needed to be centered perfectly.
Left a bit, right a bit. Left a bit.
I'll stop taking the piss.
There we are. Perfect.
And then this guy goes in here. It doesn't seem to fit in. There we go. We're in. Done. For our purposes, that is fine.
Do the honours?
Yeah, start it. Slide to use Open Pilot. Slide to use custom software.
So because this whole software is open source, people can write their own versions of it. So if you wanted to install a custom one that you'd written, say you'd used it on another car and tweaked it a bit, you could.
Yeah.
But we're just going to use the default one designed
makes
for
sense.
this system.
Okay, let's just do that.
The standard OpenPilot software has been tested by over 20,000 users for over 300 million miles, which sounds like a lot, but it's nothing compared with the Tesla. The latest full self-driving on my Model 3 has been trained by over 6 million cars driving more than 8.7 billion miles. So to investigate how they perform, I'm going to test both cars around my private filming location. Then I'll take them out on the road to see how they deal with real conditions and real traffic. But before we get to that, there's something we need to do with the comma first.
So according to their website, we need to calibrate it, so we just drive around.
Yeah.
It learns the car and the roads and everything else.
Okay.
And then we should be able to test it out. So from what I could see, this is supposed to take between 5 and 10 minutes. So it needs to calibrate, I think, how it and the car speak to each other.
Okay.
So it needs a range of inputs from the car.
It's at 99. It's done.
Wow.
Is that it? That can't be it, can it? Is that it?
I feel like it needs to know more than that to drive a car.
I think it needs to know more than that. What I'm going to do is just whack on cruise control, see what happens. So the auto steering won't work on the normal Skoda system here because there's no white lines, it won't recognise it, but let's see what happens here. It's already steering. It's picking up the car in front. That's interesting, so look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's much better. That's like proper, that was almost like, well, we gone through a 90-degree bend there. Do you know what, let's get Lewis, who's in the Tesla, to go a bit quicker. Go a bit quicker, Lewis. Let's up the speed. Yeah, look. So I choose the
There you
speed,
go.
it links in with that, so I'm setting it to 50. Whoa!
Whoa, hang on! Whoa, wait a second.
Okay, got a bit carried away with itself there, didn't it? Look, it's showing the steering angle there. I think we went to too much steering angle.
Oh, yes.
Can you see that? So as long as you don't go into the red, that's what happened there. That's why we went wide, not because there's a problem with the system. Go a bit quicker, Lewis.
What's interesting as well is it's completely overridden all of the
It's going to take us through a pothole.
all of the driver attention warnings the Skoda would be doing by now. So it would be bonging at you.
Yeah, for not having my hands on the steering wheel.
It's not doing anything.
That is true. Obviously, when we're on the road, I won't go no-handed. Right, what I'm doing now, I'm altering the distance control on it. I'm not sure if it's making a difference here. So it's got a standard setting, look.
Yeah.
Look, so I'm increasing the distance control on the Skoda and it's not making any difference.
So this is one of the reasons why...
What's going to happen here?
Where are we going? Oh, we're going straight ahead.
See what it does now? Take control because it's too much angle.
Okay.
He wants to go this way. Where's it going to take
Where
us?
are we going?
What's he going to do now, though?
Get ready, we're heading for a shed. Oh, what's going to happen?
It's like...
Okay, all right.
Okay.
It avoided the shed.
It did.
So far, things were going okay-ish. I hadn't touched the accelerator nor the brakes once, and I only had to step in a few times to steer when the corners were especially tight, and when it drove us into a field. But this system isn't designed to drive on a wide open runway, so I wasn't too worried. But then something happened that made me think the comma might not work properly anywhere in the UK.
Okay, now it's starting to go on the side of I want to be on the right-hand side of the road, which is wrong. Yeah, Lewis, undertake us, mate, and then but stay on the correct side. Right, see what it does here.
Okay.
See if it moves back across. No, I don't want it, does it?
No.
This was a disaster. If the comma only knew how to drive on the right-hand side of the road, it would have completely wasted my money. In fact, testing it on real UK roads might be downright dangerous. So before we went any further, I needed to investigate how it would deal with turnings and junctions. Could it redeem itself?
Right, what's he going to do here?
Which way are we
He
going?
wants to go this way, so bye Lewis, we're going, no wait, don't. Okay, now it's just picking up speed. It's gone off on its own. What's it going to do here? Right, let's just do it. Be brave, Nick.
Okay. I'll close my eyes.
Like,
Okay.
it might pick up the lanes here because there is a lane.
And it's moving to the left.
Yeah.
That's good.
How's he going to take this?
That was really good. That was a bend with another road crossing it.
This is madness.
This works a lot better than I thought.
It really does. Do you know what I want to do?
What's that?
I feel like we need to just jump in the Tesla and see if it can do any of this.
The Tesla should perform better here. It has 8 cameras instead of just 2 like the Comma, and its software has been tested for literally billions of extra miles. But then again, it hasn't been designed to work on poorly marked roads like these. And because it's from a giant OEM, I expect it to have a much bigger built-in safety margin. And immediately, I ran into a problem.
Auto steering available. Let's try again. Cruise control unavailable. No, it's not going to give it me, look. It's not seeing anything. It needs the lanes. It's already a win, right, for the Comma. Now, if you're a Tesla fanboy, don't get commenting, well, you know, it's not supposed to do that, it's not safe. I'll get that. Oh, it's got, look, there, it's working here. Look, it's spotted this. It did it for 1 second. There we go. What's going on? Why has that happened? Why is it doing that? It's never done that to me before. Is he going to make this corner? Yeah, so the Tesla's doing this. Look. Stop this, we can copyright. Right, what's he going to do here? Ready, everyone? Taking that back. That's a win for the Tesla because it stopped us at a junction, didn't go straight across. Yeah, so do you know what, Nick? In a way, once the Tesla had the line, it stopped at the junction, which is a safe thing to do.
Yes. It does feel like the Comma system, if it has just enough information, it goes, I got this, let's do it. The Tesla's a little bit more conservative.
Let's go out on the road and see how Comma does there. That could be a little bit sketchy.
Just so you know, I'll always keep my hands lightly on the wheel and my feet ready to touch the pedals. But the Comma will be controlling all the steering, accelerating and braking, unless we're about to crash.
Let's engage. So because we're on the road, I will do the legal bit. Now this is traffic calming measures. How's it going to cope with this?
Oh God, that's close.
I just winced and
that
did
was
my best.
So close.
I thought we were going to get some curved wheels there. Good job we've got an old car.
Yeah.
I don't want to curve the wheels of my Tesla.
This is supposed to make driving less stressful.
Oh, come on. I mean, look, I can steer the wheel myself. So this is the thing, I can totally take over and it doesn't disengage. You do that in the Tesla and the whole system turns off. So yeah. I can work with it. So, like, to be fair, I'm here supposedly monitoring it. I would have just given it a little bit of a cheeky tug to the left.
Oh, what would you have done, sorry?
Give it a cheeky little tug to the right. So far, it's doing all right. But, oh God, let's see how it copes with this. Actually, surprisingly well. Likes to accelerate. It dealt with that really well.
But there was a problem. As well as being a magnet for curbs, I realised the Comma wasn't slowing down for zebra crossings nor traffic lights, like a Tesla is supposed to do. And that's because the standard Open Pilot software isn't designed to detect them. You could add this feature by installing custom software, but this wouldn't be as thoroughly tested. And based on my experience so far, I think the Open Pilot is experimental enough for me. At least it hadn't tried to drive on the wrong side of the road again. And as we headed towards the motorway, I discovered something else it could do.
Right, let's get over because we're gonna... Is it changing lanes?
So it does have the capability.
Yeah, it says, look, changing lanes.
To assist lane changes, yeah.
Let's see what it does here. I'm like poised over the brake. Here's a junction. Didn't give a toss, just went for it. But it seems to be interested in doing this. Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Whoa!
Got impatient.
So it was just going to undercut everyone.
I think it was just heading that way. Do you know what it's like? It's a bit like having a car that is possessed.
It's Christine.
It's just, yeah. So we're back on.
Ooh.
What's it going to do here at the red light? So we don't have any red light functionality, do we?
Not in this. Stop! Oh!
We're trusting it with 70 miles an hour here, people. Oh, it's picked up the Tesla, yeah.
That wasn't you at all. That
no,
was all
nothing to do with me. This will be fun. It's quite busy.
It is busy.
No, I wouldn't normally have cruise control engaged at this point.
Will it merge for you?
Well, it can't see.
It says steer right to confirm lane change.
Okay, so there I just put a little input, and that did it. So it does the lane changing.
And that's the same as a Tesla, isn't it?
Yeah.
You indicate and then give it a little nudge.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's almost pointless.
Yeah.
You know, once you're doing that...
Yeah, you might as well.
What, you may as well just do it your bloody self.
Yeah.
Although the distance seems to be working now, look. Look. See? And now I'm going to bring it back.
It does work.
It does work. Sorry.
There we go.
But it didn't seem to work on the normal road. I couldn't see that it was working. I'll tell you what is good. I might have had from the Skoda system some kind of nannying, but I haven't had any from this. Will it pull away? You see, the Skoda system is not doing any of this.
You have to accelerate to
Yeah,
start,
well,
don't you?
yeah, this is going to take me to the curb. I'm just going to let it. Sod it. Oh.
Oh, no.
Hey! Hey!
Oh, jeez.
Okay. We're going. Oh, wait, I'm slow. This is what it doesn't do. It doesn't do speed. It doesn't know the speed limits.
No, it has no navigation data and it
No.
can't read the speed limits.
Do you know what we should do? We should jump into the Tesla and see how that does.
Yes, definitely. We should also brake.
So the Comma was an obvious upgrade compared with Skoda's standard tech, but it definitely isn't perfect. It can't recognise traffic lights, changing speed limits, or give way signs, and it can't follow a route. So when you get to a complicated junction or a roundabout, it'll just try and go straight ahead. The Tesla is supposed to manage all this stuff using a combination of GPS data and the onboard cameras. But how well does it actually work?
So it's doing the cruise control around here, but it's not doing the steering because it can't see lanes. But it is cruise controlling. There's a roundabout coming up in a second. Let's see what it does with that.
So the other system, it has no navigation data. If it comes up to a roundabout, if it can navigate it, it won't know which exit to take. So it almost feels like it kind of guesses, doesn't it? But this should know.
And let's see what it does with these traffic lights. They shouldn't change. Spotted them. Slowing down, stopping. Why are you stopping? It's green. It's green.
Oh, that's no good.
So is this where I go there and go, it's all fine? So what it's doing, it's suggesting, it goes, here's this thing,
Yeah.
and you tap it
Yeah.
to go, wood's okay.
But that's almost like the other car. Because if the Tesla assumes the lights might be red and you have to tell it it's green, the Skoda is assuming the lights are green and you have to tell it it's red by stopping. So it's no different, is it?
So that's the problem with these systems, is that if I'm there telling, yes, you can do this, or yes, you can change lane, it's pointless.
You're making the decision.
Yeah, so you might as well just be driving.
Yep.
Right, so the sat-nav should tell that there is a roundabout coming up. I'm going to go all the way around and back on ourselves. We're slowing down for it. Curvature assist active, curvature assist. Right, is it going to stop here? I'm going to do my brake. No.
Whoa!
No.
It's sped up there.
Well, let's give it another go. Here we are, back on. And we're on. Here we go. Navigate and cruise. It's pulling away now. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? I'm over the brake. And right.
We got lucky there.
We got lucky.
That was nothing to do with the Tesla.
No.
Wow.
So it's controlling the throttle and the brakes through here. Off we go. But it's just so erratic.
Yeah.
Like, and like person behind's like a bit cross, so I'm just going to have to put my foot down.
But what does all this mean? Have I discovered an amazing cut price alternative to Tesla's self-driving technology, or have I completely wasted my money?
So then, Nick, we spent a day driving this Skoda Superb around with this Comma 4.
And we survived.
And we had the Tesla as well.
We did.
Let's address the Tesla first. So on the motorway, I think the Tesla self-driving is very, very good. But
Yes.
the advanced self-driving, although they say it's not self-driving and it's not self-driving, that you use in town and all that other stuff,
Yeah.
is less good simply because you can't fully rely on it and it's not fully autonomous. You have to stop for lights and you're always on guard watching it.
It's not very relaxing.
And I think that brings me onto this, because this is similar. It's quite impressive what it can do and how it can take this to another level, sort of.
It feels very well integrated. It feels like a very professional product.
It does.
But
There is a big but, and once again, it's the same thing with the Tesla. You can't really rely on it either.
no.
You can't fully trust it. It's a little bit like when I'm like cooking food with my 4-year-old daughter. She wants to join in and I want to let her like try and do a bit of cooking, but I've always got to keep my eye on her, and it's just easier to cook the meal myself. It's just far less stressful.
Yeah.
And that's what these autonomous systems are like when you're driving in town. They're fine on the motorway, but in town, not so much. And the standard system, which you need on the car for this to work, is good enough on the motorway, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think that's really it, isn't it? It's trying really hard to do something that Tesla has shown is really, really difficult. And if Tesla can't get it right,
Yeah.
they're really on the back foot from the beginning.
It's impressive, but it doesn't really quite do what you want it to do.
No.
But then neither does the Tesla system.
No, that's true.
All right, Ed. Well, I think that's our verdict. And to be fair, at least this plus the car came in slightly less
Yes.
than the upgrade on the Tesla anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you look at it like that, it is a pretty amazing deal, but not for me.
Nor for me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. If you'd like us to test some other gadgets, let us know about them in the comments below. We'll research that and we'll see if we can do some videos on some other products. If you want to watch some other videos, click on the video windows, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I wonder what we're going to get Roy to get us next.
Oh, I don't know.
You did quite a good job with this, actually.
Yeah.